Damon Albarn. Never thought I'd say that on the programme. Gonna hear him now. Rock star lending his support to the commemorations marking the 100th anniversary since the Devon fishing village of Hall Sands was lost to the sea in a huge storm. The Blur frontman has a house near the village. He may be listening to us this morning, you never know. He was present at a special church service last night and also donated some albums. How about that? To the fundraising effort. Sophie Pearce was beside herself when she had the opportunity to meet Damon Albarn just before the service started.
You've lived here for a while and you've I guess the whole story of Hall Sands has been something you must have known about for a while, or did you gradually learn about it?
It was the first place I took a walk to was Hall Sands, and slowly found out more and more about it. When you go out into the bay and you see it from the sea, you can still really imagine, if you squint your eyes, you can they seem like they're formed again, And it's a very melancholy but sort of evocative place.
I mean, I've been down there today and it's been absolutely amazing because people aren't normally allowed down there.
No,
it was like an ant's nest, people were wandering all over
Yeah.
this incredible rocky platform where these houses just sort of clung.
We've seen pictures of it.
They were thatched cottages.
Yeah.
And there's something very poignant about that and also about people's interest in it 100 years on.
Yeah, and also it's a living example of the erosion of all of this coast and the sort of lack of infrastructure and all of those issues which in a way have kind of come to affect the whole world.
Absolutely. And I know that one of your albums for Gorillaz, that was inspired by Hall Sands, wasn't it? It was like to do with plastic and pollution.
Yes, definitely. That was definitely a walk on Hall Sands, and there'd been a storm and there was just more than there should be,
And what about this church service? Are you going to the service tonight? Or?
Yes, that's what I'm here for.
And why are you going? Why do you want to go?
Well, I mean, my mum and dad, if they'd been here, would have gone, and just I feel connected to the place, and I was asked to come. So.
And is there anything about Devon that inspires you in your work, just more widely,
Yeah, all the
here?
time. Yeah, I write down here a lot. I mean, not from my more electronic music necessarily, but the Good, the Bad and the Queen album we recorded in my barn here. So if I'm doing other sort of projects like theatre or whatever, I write a lot down here. So it's a wonderful place to think and be quiet,
Isn't that brilliant? Damon Albarn with his friend Sophie Pearce. And special reason why we spoke with Damon. But great that Sophie was able to ask him about other things as well, producer Hayley. It's lovely, wasn't it?
Lovely to have that on, a little extra. So thank you very much,
a lot
Sophie.
of people were looking forward to hearing Damon
They
on
were,
the programme.
lots of people. But big Blur fans, actually. Quite a few around the building as well.
Oh, yeah, I love me Blur.
You do, don't you?
Yeah, love Blur.
Favourite song? Do you like Country House?
Country House.
Yeah, gotta
Country
be.
House. Because at the time, it was always Blur against Oasis.
That's right, yeah.
And for me, and I'm not just saying this in case Damon's listening, but Oasis, I saw him on the telly. I thought, looks a bit of a ruffian.
Too rough for you, were
Yes, and Blur were more, melodic in my view.
Oh, there you
but
are.
we all like different things,
Well,
and
I'm
Oasis,
an Oasis
you
fan,
can't knock them.
I'll put the balance in because I do like
Thank
Oasis
you.
there. I do, so I'm a big fan. But lots of your comments still coming in about cycling. Thank you
Great.
so much. It's probably something that Vic Morgan on Devon Debates could take on.
Yeah.
Because it's doing very, very well on social media. And the conversation continues on there, on Twitter and on Facebook. I'm going to read a couple out for you now.
Okay.
Dave in Exwick says, to the person who suggested drivers don't pay for road salt, we do. It's called road tax. Do cyclists pay road tax? Lots of people talking about that this morning. Christine in Exmouth, on Tuesday morning there was thick ice. I used my head, not my bike, and I got the train to work instead.
Yeah.
So she's saying come
Played
up
it safe.
with other alternatives. William has tweeted us, cycle